Indiana Jones, It's a podcast about Indiana Jones. Every movie, 1 minute at a time. Indiana Jones Minute.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Indiana Jones Minute. This is the show where we are watching and discussing the film Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, 3 minutes at a time. My name is Tom Taylor.
My name is Pete. I said leave them mummert.
I'm Gerald Christopher. You don't need to do that, Porter.
And we are here tonight to discuss minutes 109 through 111.
I thought Jerry was going to be reach and pull.
Oh.
I really did.
I'm sure he's got something planned for to commemorate Reach and Pull. You'll see. I mean, when is he not Reach and Pull? Let's be fair. He wanted to mix it up. These minutes begin with Indy and Helena getting flushed out of the Hall of Methane into a spooky hallway. Meanwhile, Tidley makes a break for it from his captors, only to be promptly re-caught and handcuffed to Houck. On the rickety bridge, Tidley snatches the handcuff key, falls into the rushing underground river with Houck attached, makes it through a busted gate, frees himself, and handcuffs Houck to the gate and certain underwater death. Meanwhile, Indy and Helena enter the reflected light-illuminated chamber containing Archimedes' tomb, and the minutes end as they begin to slowly remove Archimedes' tarp.
This is a brand new year. We're flying by the seat of our pants. We're recording like 2 days before this airs. I'm just saying, I'm turning over a new positive leaf. I've read The Riot Act by Timmy Bricks and others.
Everybody hates you.
This is a good level. Like I forgot how to use the inventory thing to get the flashlight out and turn it on, but like it's good. Like when you come out of the water sluice thing, it takes a while, but it's good.
Yeah.
Tommy, this is going to be one of those things where Pete bought a Vitamix. He's gonna wake up every morning and he's gonna start his day with lemon water,
right?
And
some wheatgrass, something. Yeah, he's gonna go to the and then he's gonna run out of those things. So Jerry and be like, do I really go all the way to the store just to get
just to get the blue spirulina?
Oh my god! I don't know. I mean,
speaking of blue spirulina, how do you get through those narrow openings? You have to press crouch and run at the same time. It's hard to do that. Like you have to turn your guy sideways.
You do. I mean, yeah. Well, that's like. Wait, that's the right, not the trigger, but the button. I always forget
I always mix those up.
Just tap that, and then you kind of go to the side. Yeah. By the way, did I ever tell you the story about the time? It's not even a story, but when I was playing a video game like so intensely when I was like in college, it was this. Oh, it was Out of This World. It's a very cool game, Out of This World, kind of like lo-fi but awesome. And it's kind of a side-scroller thing, so it's all like, side buttons, and you got to jump sometimes you got to go up and down. And I took a break, I went across the street to the pizza place, and there was like a step down to get into the pizza place. And on the way out, I was like, wait, do I go forward or forward and up? Like for a split second, I was actually asking my body and my mind that. Like which combination of buttons did I have to do to go up a tiny bit? And that's what Indy does here, I guess.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, I played, Pete, you know this, I played a lot of Street Fighter, and I love being Zangief or,
Dhalsim.
But Zangief had the 360-degree pile driver that you had to, get the, it was one of the hardest moves to execute. You had to be within the right sort of spatial
You had to be
frame.
close enough to let them in, but far enough away that they didn't hit you.
Yes, that's exactly. You understand.
It was very much like a metaphor for love and life.
And then you have to perform the pile driver, and I developed severe tendonitis, like up in I don't know what it would be. It might be like a Tommy John's surgery type thing. Like it was up in my shoulder.
Yeah.
Like a rotator cuff thing.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking to myself, like, okay, I'm an adult. I mean, technically, I'm like, 21 or whatever, and I'm dealing with this injury, this fairly serious injury, because I insist on playing Zangief. and as you remember,
and Zangief would not appreciate that. He would hear about that and just laugh at you.
He would laugh at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Hey, speaking of
Anyway,
laughing, why does Claver think Tidley's got extra hit points in his shirt? Like, it's weird because he pulls his shirt out and then points the gun inside his shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, he wants to. I don't know. Pete?
It's
I don't know.
a weird move.
It is a weird move. There are a few weird moves in these minutes, but yeah. I don't have anything until I don't have anything to say. I mean,
if you put the game on easy mode, it highlights the plank that breaks when you go across the bridge.
Oh yeah. So okay, I meant to ask you that. Can you jump over that successfully?
Yeah.
And then go on to like a different thing?
I had to use a walkthrough because I kept falling.
Oh, okay.
Like, Tidley would fall in, but not the big Hauke, or Hauke would, and not Tidley. Yeah,
I did see a video where a guy made it so that only Hauke fell in, and then Tidley went on to do something else. I don't even remember what, but I don't.
I do like
able to do that.
I do like the Aquaman origin story though. He's underwater and he's like,
right.
Well, so
I honestly forget. Do we see him again in this movie? I do not remember. I
don't
assume
remember
that this is the death of Hauke.
But I want to get a reality check here, and I'm going to ask my friend Jerry because he's the one person I know that I'm assuming has yelled underwater. Like, is that what happened? Do you sound like Aquaman when you yell underwater like that?
That is what happens.
That's why you do it, because it sounds.
That's why you do it. First, you do it out of either desperation or fear, or I think with Hauke you have all the feels there. He's got white rage, just complete seeing. He's just seeing like blind rage, and then he's I think he's not yet resigned to his fate. But you can see that with the click of the handcuff, like his entire, you wonder, like, does Hauke's life flash before his eyes? Is it like there's a 4-year-old Hauke and it's like he's lifting his very first weights? Like,
does your life pass before your eyes only if you're good? Like if you're evil, do you get the same thing, or does it like
maybe because
the
life wants to show you all the awful things you've done, and this is why this is happening.
Oh, maybe that might be an advantage for him because it would take a long time for him to die because he'd have to go through so many things that he shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
Here's my first bully cap.
Right. Here's my first ill-gotten lunch money.
Exactly.
Is that first tooth I knocked out?
Here's the bike that I stole that nobody ever knew that I was the guy who stole it, and I left him wondering, and I helped him look for the bike.
Yeah.
You wonder if that does happen, does he get to the sort of the end, whatever the end of it is, and he goes, "Oh, that makes sense."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that is. Maybe that's the point of seeing your whole life flash before your eyes.
Does that make sense? I deserve that. No, well, there's a couple of things. First of all, he I thought about where he. It's like he gets. It's just an interesting moment because Tidley pulls out the key, and he takes a minute. He sort of like regales it, like is that the right word, Pete?
I don't think
no.
So.
He
Brandishes
celebrates it.
Okay.
And he looks at it in like sort of astonishment. And I kind of wonder, is that like is he like, wow, I'm going to celebrate this moment? But also, Hauke is there. Is it also like a face, Hauke?
Oh, so you don't mean when he's. So you don't mean when he's locked. You mean when he actually chains him to the.
When he actually chains him to the thing, not the very thing.
Yeah,
when he actually chains him to the grating, he holds it out and he looks at it and he's very happy. And also, you're like, well, Hauke is on the other side of this key, and he's seeing it and he's furious. And it's interesting. He knows that Hauke cannot get through that grating.
Yeah.
So
he knows that the man is going to die, and he's celebrating and taunting. It's an interesting thing for a kid to do in a movie.
Well, so if
or a video game,
if he didn't cuff him to the grating, would we see Hauke again? Would he swim again? Could he swim past? Could he reach and pull himself? all the way back to the bridge.
No, that current was going so fast.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big fella. But like to in Tidley's defense as being a murderous little kid, he probably saw Hauk kill all those people on Rennie's boat way back when.
Yeah.
So he's like, this guy's got it coming. Or either that, or hey, killing looks awesome. I want to try it.
Yeah,
well, I still
that's
can.
the part that makes me nervous. I think that's
killing Hauk.
Got a taste of human blood.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if it's not lost on either one of them. It's like, okay, how you made your living with your fists, and that is your signature, your big meat hooks, and now that is how you will die.
It's your ironic death.
Yeah. Your big meat hook fist. And your size is what's preventing you from getting through the grating. So, for what in life was, an attribute, and the reason you got hired is now, a detriment.
Do you think guys like that, do you think henchmen, like, discuss this around the water cooler? Like, what do you think my ironic death is going to be? Like,
or do I deserve one? Are we
yeah. Am I worthy of an ironic
Yeah.
death, or do I just get a regular death?
Well, that's the thing. I was thinking about, like, I mean, this is a very loaded question, but like we've got like every movie except I guess for Last Crusade had the big guy, the big henchman who gets a grisly end, and this one is, conceptually grisly. He's going to drown. If we stayed there, we could watch him drown. It'd be horrible. His eyes would pop out and everything. But this doesn't seem to compare at all to, even like, the guy in Crystal Skull getting ants in his gob and whatever. And
I agree. It does. Yeah, you don't feel. Well, I don't know. This one actually felt pretty visceral to me too, though. But I don't know how much of that was just Tidley's reaction and how much of that was, this dude's about to die.
I guess it's weird that we don't see his actual end. We see that he's going to die. This is his death, but we don't actually see it. Yeah. And I'm not trying to be bloodthirsty or anything. I'm just saying, that seems to be the way that these things go, and it's a weird.
I think that was their way of saying, "Hey, look, we recognize that this is like a 12-year-old doing it, so we're not going to show you." Yeah, I think that was their sort of their.
Well, then they should have come up with another way for him to do it. He could have accidentally got his shoelace caught on a rock smasher or something. Yeah.
I wonder if that's also why Claver points the gun inside Tidley's shirt instead of in his face. Like, I wonder if just like that would have been too jarring to.
That would have been too.
Your little boy heart.
Yeah. Well, so when Tidley actually says you don't need to do that, I want.
That's a rough line. Like that. Like he sounds very pathetic. He's you don't need to do that. Like that's that kind of hits the emotional strings.
Please, Mister.
Yeah.
But the irony is so I'm wondering, is he reflect? I mean, obviously he does need to do that because he just escaped.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is, do you think that there's like is Tidley channeling the Oracle here? You don't need
You're signing your own doom.
Yeah, exactly.
You're sealing your own fate.
You don't need to do that.
Sure,
and he knows,
like
he sees in his mind's eye how exactly he's going to kill Hauk now.
So if Indy and Helena had actually recognized that they were standing in the Oracle with the methane, they could have known what was coming too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
They were too busy looking for stuff. What I'm not sure of.
Let me ask, does the bridge collapse because Hauk's just too much of a big brute?
Yeah, he's a big brute, and they're kind of wrestling a little bit.
Does Tidley have anything to do with it? Like, so Tidley steals the key, and he's hoping not to get caught. And one of the reasons he's doing it is like a perfect pickpocket trick. It's like Hauk's having a little bit of trouble. He's bouncing back and forth on the bridge, and Tidley's like, this will be great. He'll never know that I stole the key because he's distracted, right?
I guess so.
And they sort of set it up, but it didn't really matter that they set it up when he stole that kid's money to buy the ice cream.
Oh, yeah, we know he's a pickpocket now.
Yeah, he's like good at that. But he's not good enough to not get caught. So Hauk turns around, he puts it in his mouth. So by putting it in his... So if the bridge hadn't collapsed, what was Tidley's next move?
I think he was just going to probably sneak it out of his mouth when they were walking along and nobody was looking at him.
But he showed it to him.
No, like what's his move if he gets caught with it in his mouth?
Like that, then
does he swallow it? Does he?
Does he swallow it, or do they like gag him and then he spits the key out?
They do like a Homer to Bart kind of thing.
Yeah. He says, like, after he barfs the key up, you don't need to do that.
Yeah. And here's why. What is the movie where somebody's like trying to swallow a key and they just can't do it? They've like seen it in the movies and it's just like they're coughing up blood trying to swallow a key.
Oh, God.
Anyway, I can't think of it. It's very funny. Well, okay, we've alluded to it a couple of times. We've waited. This is like a holiday now on the show. This is like exciting and awesome. We've finally come full circle, and the prophecy has been fulfilled. Tidley finally reaches and pulls the advice that Rennie gave him back on the boat. We didn't know where it was going to go. We knew maybe they were planting something, and now it's finally come to full fruition, and we get to see the kid.
I don't understand any of this. Like I don't understand why they set this up so carefully. Like, we're gonna make sure you don't see that this kid doesn't know how to swim, which I don't know why that plays into this at all.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a guy say the words reach and pull so that when he doesn't know how to swim, he can figure out how to swim. Like, none of it really makes any sense.
And for this, I saw this movie like twice in the theater, and then once I saw it like 2 or 3 times before we started doing this, minute by minute or 3 minutes by minutes, and I never, ever, ever caught that moment until just now. Him saying "reach and pull" to himself right now.
Not today, Tom Taylor. You're trying to turn me negative again.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. This is just me. No. I'm taking all the negativity into myself.
Okay.
You just sit there on sunny Jim Mountain over there.
No, it is.
It is weird. It's a. I mean, it's not a huge deal. It's not a huge moment when Rennie's like reach and pull, but it's like,
yeah,
it's definitely building up to absolutely nothing, which is strange. They put that much effort into it.
It builds into why I've been so annoying this episode talking about games. This is not only like it's out of a video game, it's literally out of the Indiana Jones video game. They walk into a room where you have to focus the light beams on the tomb like to make it open. Like it's.
Oh, that's right.
It's exactly.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
That's also. I mean, I think we must have mentioned this probably when we saw the trailer or something. And maybe when we talked about the movie after we first saw it, but this scene is right out of Secret of the Incas, right? The Charlton Heston movie.
Yeah.
That's supposedly in Raiders kind of not ripped off, but like they got the hat and whatever.
And Temple of Doom did as well. Like they had like the yellow raft scene, and there are several. Taken from that. Yeah. But that had a whole thing of focusing the sunlight on I don't remember, like on a idol or like a sun statue or something.
I never did go watch that.
Oh, I did. It wasn't it was interesting as a companion to Raiders, but
had Mrs. Cunningham from Happy Days.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
From what I understand.
I wanted to say that I thought the way that they filmed this, where they get in the Tomb of Archimedes, it's very, very beginning of Raiders. You kind of see Indy step into, the foreground, and then behind him you see Wombat, and it's a very.
And they've got the flashlights, and they're like.
Yeah,
illuminating the dust. That's a gorgeous shot. Like that looks like an Indiana Jones movie.
It does. And Wombat is it's very much like, it almost looks like a shot for shot, picture of like Indy and Satipo, and he's kind of behind it. Like Indy gets that gold lust look in his eyes for a minute, when they first walk through, and she's behind him, and she's kind of like excited, but she's almost like more excited because she's watching Indy and what he's excited about.
Yeah.
And it's also not a little bit Well of Souls, Indy and Sala. It's like the same shape of the thing that they find the Ark in and everything.
Oh,
and yeah. This is what they've been looking for this whole time.
Or is it a reference to E.T.?
Yes.
Where they walk through the woods with the flashlights.
Oh, yeah.
Or
the X-Files, or
Yeah.
I want to jump back a minute to Pete's introduction. Fuller says, "Let them go." Right?
Oh, when they fall off the bridge?
Yeah, they fall off the bridge, and Fuller says,
he says, leave them. And then without a pause, he says, leave them. I said, leave them. Like he says it with flat affect. And he doesn't wait. Like he doesn't wait for them to leave them. He just says, leave them. I said, leave them.
That's like when he repeated himself without repeating himself in that other minute.
So you know what's great? What is this reminiscent of? What's the callback here? And I
Shoot
love
them.
this.
Shoot them both.
Thank
No?
you.
I said shoot them.
Oh yeah, Pete said shoot them.
That's exactly what. And this is one of my favorite parts of this movie.
Oh.
Yeah, for real.
Huh?
Oh, this moment?
Because it's shoot them. Shoot them. It's great.
Yeah. All right.
So you see who's the other? Kleber, right? Isn't it Kleber?
Yeah.
So when Kleber sees the shoot them both, he takes a moment and goes, "Really?"
Yeah.
And then he says, and then he
That owes me
continues
$10.
on. But do you believe that Kleber would do that?
Would what? Follow
Would
orders and
not
go after him?
Yeah, would not go after Houck, would not try and save Houck, would not try and
I do just because he seems like he follows. Well, I don't know. That's a good question.
I never got I never got a strong sense that he and Houck were tight or anything, like actual buddies or anything.
But I've never gotten a sense either that he's a complete rule follower with Fuller.
Oh, I don't know. I think he seems pretty devoted to him.
Oh, maybe.
I kind of wondered if, so did Kleber and Houck know each other before this movie?
I'm going to say no, but I have zero idea why.
I kind of feel like they came as a team.
I don't know. See, I never got that sense from that. The whole Fuller gang is so loosey-goosey, and everything around them is so loosey-goosey that it's hard to... I don't know. I'm thinking about when we first see them in the hotel, and he's reading the German phrase book or something to teach yourself German or something. And it seems, I don't know. It feels like they're just a bunch of dudes hired for a job or something. And
what? Why do they feel so made out of paper? Like when you think of characters from several of the other movies, even incidental characters, it's really easy and fun to imagine backstories for them and what they did before the movie. And it's like trying to grasp Houck and Kleber before the movie started. It's like trying to hold on to water. You can't, it's hard to imagine them as existing before this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it feels like it wouldn't take a ton.
What it is that makes that? Why is that?
It feels like it wouldn't take much, just a little thing here and there or something, a little, I don't know, mention of something, just to give you a little, Belloc's got his family label, oh, what's that all about? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Then you're thinking about it. We spent probably 5 hours on that.
Yeah, so they feel almost more like plot points than characters, or plot act, they're like things that have to happen to the story, but they're more than they are people.
You're sounding very negative, Pete. I don't like this new.
I do. I'm sorry. Sorry, Timmy.
You don't have to do that.
You don't have to do this, Pete. You don't have to do this show. We can quit. Yeah.
No, these are nice minutes, though. I actually liked all three of these minutes.
I don't believe this. Stop it. It's over with.
No, you get the flashlights and you get the Archimedes tomb and you get.
They do look nice. They look like they stick them in the trailer and you're like, oh, that looks like an Indiana Jones movie I'd like to see.
Yeah, looks like a game I just played.
Yeah,
but it does. I mean, even though it does look just like Great Circle, I liked Great Circle, so it's fun.
Yeah. There you go. You can't lose. We don't quite get it in these minutes, but in the. It turns out that this thing that they're lifting up, this little tarp thing, that's what's covering Archimedes' body. That's the top of his tomb.
Yeah.
Which seems very
it's not
strange
a stone.
to me. Yeah. I thought they start peeling that back. I'm like, oh, it'll be some inscription or something on top of the. And the next minute, oh my God, there's a dead body in there. That was it.
I keep wondering if there's
napkin.
a deleted scene where they did have to focus the lights so that the stone would slide off or something, because it's weird that there is no covering.
That is weird.
And how is that cloth still there with those bugs crawling on it? It seems like that cloth would have been eaten away.
Yeah, and this place is so falling apart and stuff. You would think no rock or anything fell on that thing and knocked it off or knocked it into the tomb or anything.
That they just 50 feet earlier were in a room filled with millions of bugs, some of which surely ate fiber from cloth. It's interesting what survived.
Yeah.
You know what's kind of funny is I can't explain why, but I didn't like the cloth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I wanted wanted stone or chainmail. Like not for this story, but like chainmail. Like remember the shield, the knight shield. That feels good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I want, but the cloth feels really like ew.
It seems very naked. Like we forgot to order a lid for this sarcophagus.
And it feels like you're gonna pick it up and it's gonna go poof.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get 2,000 years of whoo.
Wait, what was Oriana covered in?
Nothing, I don't think, was he? Wait.
How did they have to just? How did they get this? Wasn't the skull in something? The crystal skull.
He was covered in directors.
He was he was holding the. He was holding the skull, but he was just sort of laying there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember either. Yeah.
Oh wait, those guys were in those weird like sleeping bags or whatever. They had been wrapped up.
That's right. That's what it was. Yeah, because they had to like cut them
folk.
open. Yeah, they were like a
That was weird. That's a weird movie. Speaking of weird movies, Jerry.
Speaking of weird,
boop a doop.
This coming in fresh hot off the wire from Professor Christy Porter. Let me see.
Get out your decoder ring.
Indiana Jones, not the man who played Indiana Jones, has Indiana Jones ever smoked a joint?
Oh. I'm going to maybe say yes, technically. Like maybe in some other country or something, they got their own traditions and different things around, different herbs and stuff and things.
Yeah, I think so too.
They smoke various things.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think he's free-based. I'll say that. I don't think he's ever free-based, but I bet he smoked something.
All right. Well, what about Pete? I can't believe you didn't bring up the the history of the blues or whatever it is that he plays. Indiana Jones plays. He plays jazz now.
Yeah, that's true.
Plays jazz. That
can only
in
mean
the
one
30s
thing.
Or whatever. Yeah. I agree with you. I'd say yes, he has, and it was probably. Yeah,
he has also done a lot of reaching and pulling because he's lost his eyesight in that episode.
That's right.
You know what? That shuts me down.
That's right. Yep.
That's
the proof
end of
is
the
in
minute.
the pudding. Yep. Well, now that we've reached that reference, everybody, it's time to pack it in for this one. Thank you for listening. Please come back next week when we're going to do more of this. What is it that we do here? Oh yeah, you know what you should do also? You should go over to the Indiana Jones Minute and the Listeners Crusade group over on Facebook and talk to us about stuff like this movie and other Indiana Jones biz. And also you could check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/Indiana Jones Minute. You can help support the show and get all sorts of bonus fun stuff. You'll be glad you did. And then do all that and then come back next week for the next 3 minutes of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny right here on the Indiana Jones Minute.